Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Learning Life and Let Me Read Keeners. Hello, welcome to Tommy's video and talking about his top 5 Rhea Skinner tips for whenever you guys are planning to go like on a cruise this summer, like if you guys are ever planning to go like to Florida or go anywhere like that. So, so something that I always tell a lot of people, and this is just a thing that I just honestly tell people, it's that whenever you guys get on like a radio scanner, it's like use your knowledge of like listening. Because sometimes the radio traffic on there can get pretty interesting. Like right now, I'm watching Chicago Flights. This is like a really good show for anybody that is like a big fan of like radio skiers and different stuff like that. Because with the help of this, you guys, if you guys have family members that like go to like different places like that, they could just let you guys know, which I think is really kind of interesting. Now, now, now there is kind of a little bit of a bad part on this too. Well, let's just say, for instance, if you guys are like listening to local radio communication and you guys are like seeing like the different areas and like the different obstacles, some that I recommend, this is just a thing that I recommend, is that why don't you guys do a lot of research, like taking your things by like a front coil and like whenever you guys like let's just say for instance on here, okay? So like helicopter tours, you guys have to listen to like different radio communication, and then like that right there, you guys can like find more and more resources for like if you guys want to listen to like airport radio communication, you guys can go over like to like the radio frequency of, you guys can use the FRS and GMRS radios like whenever you guys go on like a trip and you guys don't know if that trip will tell you guys if it shows like the right area, which sometimes a lot of people doesn't know like what's happening. Like a lot of people doesn't even know like where is the right radio scanner feeds. Now lucky enough I do, because I usually listen to this stuff and I usually like see like what happens. So also another thing which I think is really kind of interesting, and this is a thing what I usually do just to find out research on. I I sometimes do my research like by finding out like about the different aircrafts that go throughout my area, and like the different areas like those, they got more and more different areas of like 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 you guys have more exact terms of like using a radio, which I think is really kind of interesting. So the first thing,
What prison conditions could make the worst serial killer
so
die instead?
So so the first thing that I think is really kind of interesting about the entire thing is that like like take a look at this. This is like conditions in Russia if you guys get as a prisoner there. See, you guys don't have no sight of daylight. You guys don't know if you guys are going to have, like, this is just like a 3 day journey, which I think is really kind of interesting about the entire thing. But whenever you guys like use them and like listen to them, like the different radio communication, like you guys can't, like whenever you guys go to like Russia or like any place that doesn't even have like an exact radio scanner feed, which I think is really kind of interesting by the entire thing. So, so, so some that, so some that I recommend. This is just a thing that I recommend is that like whenever you guys go along and listen to it and like check out like the different areas, you guys got more and more different obstacles like here in the United States, like if you guys would ever would like to listen to stuff like that, which I think is really kind of interesting. Now, now another thing, now another thing which I think is really kind of interesting, and this is just a thing that I really do think that is kind of interesting by by looking around at my local dispatches. Like sometimes my local dispatches doesn't even have like like a jail dispatch, which I think is really kind of interesting by the entire thing of like checking that out. So also another thing which I think is really kind of interesting about the entire thing, it's like whenever you guys go like night like on a cruise, you guys just don't know like where the you guys know like where the cruise ship's going the next day, which I think is really kind of interesting by the entire thing. So so like whenever you guys go around and like listen to it, you guys got so many like different areas, like so many like different obstacles that you guys can go listen to. Like you guys got so many like different days that there are like radio scanner feeds that's coming from from like like let's just say for instance you guys are living there in Louisville and you guys don't know like what the radio communications are like from the Louisville Metropolitan Police Department, which I think is really kind of interesting by that. The Louisville Metropolitan Police Department doesn't, now they're encrypting their radio traffic, but you guys can listen to at least sometimes the sheriff, sometimes at least the different areas go around in there, which I think is really kind of interesting. Now, another thing, now some also, which I think is really kind of interesting, and this is a thing that I usually like to look up, which I think is really kind of interesting. It's that the radio communication, like there was a day here, here at this very apartment complex, which the bomb squad was here, and then after that, like whenever the bomb squad was here, I was like listening to my radio communication, and that's whenever I heard the stuff from like the local police department. I heard from the local sheriff. I heard from the local people from like all around, which I think is really kind of interesting. Now, now, now there is like a lot of days that you guys sure do wish that you guys could work like a good radio communication job, which there are like some places in America that don't use walkie talkies. So, like, most of the places are starting to get like these blister pack radios, which I think is really kind of interesting by their obstacles by what they use, which I think is really kind of interesting. So something that I recommend, and this is just a thing that I recommend, it's like whenever you guys take your radio scanner out to different challenges, just go out and have a good time. And if you guys would like to use a good radio scanner, something that I recommend is just to use Scanner Radio app, or 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 if you guys got like an iPhone, there's like Scanner Radio and 5/0 radio that you guys can use, which I think is really kind of interesting. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. In YouTube, I will see you guys back here tomorrow.